Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy, Pastor Ron. Holla. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoy my new makeshift uh, video room until I get things set up and put together. The lighting in here is amazing. And everyone is quiet, so it gives me a chance to kind of have fun and do it here. This is actually my son's playroom. It's where they play and do what they got to do. So I borrowed it for a little bit just to kind of really log on. I really made a commitment to speak to you guys and to um, uh, really share with you on a regular basis and on a consistent basis. Thank you for those that have subscribed. Thank you for the success of the last video. It's kind of blowing my mind. It's very humbling that God could allow me to make a little impact. And you know, I think I didn't really have any projections and numbers, but it's doing very, very well. And I pray I can continue to grow and do more and more and more. By no means am I satisfied or am I going to become complacent, but I'm just at a place where I'm just thankful that God could actually use me even to the slightest bit. So I'm truly thankful. I'm truly happy for this chance, and I pray that this does greater. And same thing, you know, look down, subscribe, share, like, leave me a comment. I make it a priority to respond to all my comments, and some on my last video has been really, really heartfelt and really, really to touch me. So feel free, hit me up. I'm here to really help you guys out. So one of the things that I have been blessed to work on as pastor, as a minister, even before I became a pastor, God truly has allowed me to help counsel and support a lot of relationships, a lot of married people, single, engaged, and God has allowed me to be at a place where I can counsel and to, you know, be used by Him. And I'm very grateful for that. And I hope that through this channel, I'll be able to share some tidbits or advice on love, on relationships, and how to make that effective. Find a way where I'm able to share certain things with people and to encourage you guys as we go through our relationships. One of the things I find out the more I do this is that things don't change. That a lot of people go through the same stuff. It's just that people have a better job of dealing with it in private, and they don't share what they're going through. So many of the things that I've gone through or other folks have gone through, you are going through or have gone through or will go through. So this is an opportunity for me to share what I've learned and to help you guys go through and navigate your relationships. So the title for this video, what I'm going to talk about for a couple minutes, is Love is Not Enough. Love is not enough. On one sense, I don't want to downplay or downgrade the importance of love, because love is key. Love is a central part of any committed relationship, not only just in a marriage, but also in a platonic and a friendship. If you don't love people, if you don't love others, it's going to have a tough time for your relationship to work, because love, it should be the center. You know, God is love. So if you put love at the center, you put God at the center. Love, it allows you to endure. Love allows you to be patient. Love allows you to be forgiving. And love allows you to stick with your marriage and your relationship. So love is key. There's no successful marriage. There's no successful committed relationship without love. Love is imperative. So don't waste your time trying to date someone that you like. You must date someone that you love. So love is important. Love is necessary. Love is needed. Love is a fruit of the Spirit. Love is key. So I don't want to downplay the importance of it. I don't want to downplay the need to love one another. I don't want to downplay the need for having love in a relationship. However, we over spiritualize. We tend to oversimplify what love is and why love is important. We try to sometimes sit here and say, "Oh man, um, you know, all I have is love, and love is enough." But love does not pay the bills. Love does not make simply having love does not make a successful relationship. I know people who love each other who are currently divorced. I know people who love each other to death. However, their relationships fail. So we can't sit here and fool ourselves and think all I need is love. If I have love, it's all going to work out. Your marriage will fail if all you have is love. So what I'm trying to, I want to share with you guys is the fact that that a relationship has many components. Though love is at the heart of it and is a big component, but it's not the singular component to succeed, to make your relationship succeed. It's not the only thing you need. We over rely on love, and we fail to work on things we have to work on. So instead of working on our finances and our communication, we sit here and say, as long as we love each other, things are going to be well. But we have to work on the entire process. And sometimes, despite you love somebody, you can still be in a toxic and unhealthy relationship. Again, the goal is not just for people to stay married. The goal is for folks to have healthy marriages. Too often, I see people staying in an unhealthy, toxic relationship just because of image, because of finances, because of fear of being alone. I've seen too many folks sit in unhealthy and toxic relationships. So I think it's important that we continue to understand the need and importance of having healthy relationships. And one of the things that we need to understand that in my opinion, in my history of counseling couples and doing premarital, postmarital counseling, and research, the most important thing I believe that a healthy relationship needs is communication. You have to have a healthy level of communication. If you do not communicate, you are not going to have a healthy relationship. And we live in a time where people suck at communicating. If it's not an email, a text message, a Facebook post, you're throwing shade in your story, all that type of stuff, people can't effectively communicate. And many conflicts and many issues that you're going to experience. The issue is not just being able to survive it. If you're going to thrive in it, if you're going to be able to get through it, you have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn how to talk. This hurt me. I don't like when you did this. I don't like when you say things like this. When you go here, this is how I feel. If we do not effectively communicate, we are not going to have healthy relationships. If we're not going to be at a place we learn how to talk to one another, our relationships will not succeed. So you have to work on your communication skills. Again, love is not enough. If you have a lot of love but poor communication, you'll be in an unhealthy relationship. So you have to work on love. You have to work on communication. And it's something that doesn't happen overnight. I know in my marriage to my amazing and beautiful wife, Famir, I had to learn how to communicate. And low key, I'm still learning how to communicate. I'm still learning how to be better at communicating and things. Because as a man, you don't express. You're taught don't express yourself, especially a Haitian man, where you have examples in your household of your dad not talking to you or not talking to your mom or just getting angry and lashing out. And it's rarely do you see this example of a man sharing emotion, saying I hurt, saying I'm sad, saying I'm mad. You're so used to having things where you keep things on the inside. But I'm learning that, if I want my marriage to work, I have to learn how to communicate to my wife. And sometimes these combos are going to be tough combos where you may argue, where you're going to disagree or agree just to disagree, but you're going to have to be at a place where you have to express yourself. Stop keeping things on the inside. Stop it. Talk, share, express. Stop keeping stuff on the inside. You have to make sure that you share how you feel. You have to make sure you tell others what you tell your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, what you think. It's important because I guarantee if you don't, it's not going to work. You may love each other, but if you fail to communicate, it's not going to work. And this is why I tell people who are single that as you're single, as you're going through all this, work on your communication skills. And talk to your parents, talk to your boss, talk to your friends, because you need to improve communication. All right, of course, now as I shoot, everything decides to kind of, it's a drag race outside of my crib. So if you hear any type of noise, I apologize. Normally they're very quiet, please, but it's like a drag race. Everything boom, boom, boom. So if you hear that, I definitely apologize. I don't know what's going on outside, but I definitely apologize for that. But like I'm saying, it's key for us to effectively learn how to communicate. It's important for us to learn how to talk to one another. That is, to me, one of the biggest keys to a healthy marriage. And maybe the reason why you're still single is because you're bad at communicating. Talk. Don't lash out. Don't be passive aggressive. Don't, when things get bad, you just keep your mouth shut and then never say anything. Granted, I understand that there are certain times where you have to keep to yourself. You have to be, listen, I don't want to say anything I regret, so I'm going to sit there and be quiet for a little bit. I get that. But at some point over the 24 hours, you have to speak. The Bible says, do not go to sleep angry. So you have a responsibility when you're married to somebody, especially, you have a responsibility before you go to bed to confront your issue. May not resolve it all the way, but you have to talk about it, because you cannot hold someone responsible for what you don't tell them. You can't. I love the theory, oh, he should know better. Oh, she should know how I feel. No. Oh, he's 25. He's 40. No. You have to be direct. Say exactly what you feel. And just be direct. Ain't gotta yell, ain't gotta be nasty, but just be honest and straightforward. And say, listen, this is what happened, and this is how I feel about it. Too much passive aggressive, too much silent treatment, too much, I'm not gonna tell you, but I'll tell my best friend what he did. No, that's whack. That's not healthy communication. So the point I'm trying to make is, we can't over rely on love and say, listen, as long as we love each other, all is going to be well. No, marriages, committed relationships are work. And if you sit here and say all we need is love, you are not going to be in a healthy relationship. You're going to struggle. You're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be crying. Not saying that you have a perfect relationship. There's no perfect relationship. There's people that argue. There's folks that get mad. There's beef. There's drama. This happens. This happens. However, this is a further reason why we need better communication. It solidifies why communication is important, because it's not perfect. Because you're going through it, you cannot go through it without good communication. You can't go through it without effectively speaking to the person that you're with. So love is always is not just enough. You have to be willing to put work into your relationship. You have to be willing to sit there and communicate and manage money. Money is also a big issue. Learn how to manage money. Learn how to spend time with your spouse. Quality time is important. These things are crucial. But if you do not sit here and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get at a place where you're going to be in an unhealthy relationship, or just divorced, or just broken up. So stop saying love is all you need. Love is not all you need. Love is crucial. Love is at the heart. But there's many other components. important component to a healthy relationship. If you have just the love thing, but your communication sucks, your money management sucks, you're not a caring person, you don't spend time with that person, you don't buy that person gifts, then you're at a place where you're wasting your time. You guys will love each other. You will love her and love him. But without these things, you have to make sure, without all the entire components and the entire picture, you're going to struggle and have a difficult time with your relationship. It's work. It's so much easier being single. It's so much easier. But I don't want you to go into a marriage thing and having unreal expectations. Well, or basically going out there and saying, I'm going to marry her because I love her, and think that's enough. A lot of work. Lord willing, in May, I've been married for 10 years. I love my wife to death, but I realized over these past 10 years that as much as I love her, we're not together simply because I love her. You know, we're not together simply because of that. We're together because of prayer, because of work, because of growth and maturity. The person that she met 12 years ago is not the person that I am today. It's a lot of growth and maturity and being realistic in what I expect and what I put out to my relationship. So sometimes love is not enough. And unless you're ready to put in that work, you're going to be single. Because love has a responsibility. Look at the Bible, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave. So loving and giving are hand in hand. So if you're selfish, you're not in love. You have to give up something to be in love. So love not only is not enough, but there's other components of it that we have to kind of consider. So maybe, to this last point, the reason why you're single is because you're selfish. Selfish people can never be in love, because love requires giving, not just giving of money, giving of time, giving of you. Love requires giving. So I hope this helps, give you a springboard of what love is and what love is, what is a real expectation of a marriage, of a healthy relationship. Sometimes love ain't enough. I love you, but we can't be together. I love you, but we have to get a divorce. So you have to kind of go in with a proper perspective to make sure you're able to handle that. Not only for you, but for the person that you're with. So, all right, don't forget, listen, please, before you leave, subscribe, like, comment, share. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you very much.